welcome back, ladies and gents. We are back with some uh war has changed. It's no longer. I'm just kidding. Welcome back to Final Fantasy War Omnia. Where last episode, uh, everyone took some R&R for a little bit. They chatted up the white mages, and they also just chatted amongst themselves as they were trying to heal the wounds left by Shin Ryu. And also Omega was just crawling around doing his own shit. But it then turned out that fuck. Franklin's dad. Franklin's dad had been had somehow disappeared. He was taken, or more like ran away. But after and then after they had discovered this, they had wandered into the city, trying to find him, and where they found their father. They found Golbez just standing there and holding his father as a hostage in these black chains. After this long, not really long, short sort of monologue on his duties and on what he has to do for his mistress, the Dragon Queen. Have you met her? I don't think you guys have met the Dragon Queen yet. No. But after holding him hostage, he snapped his fingers, and his father, Franklin's father, had been swallowed up by these flames, turning into the uh, the flame, the flamed autarch of Rubicante, and a nice battle sort of commenced, and they were fighting tooth and nail, trying to fight the last fiend, and Nyx shortly being controlled by him, and after coming back to his senses, they briefly dispatched of him, and the final words, "Well done, oh no, well played." He disappeared, burned his entire body, just disappeared in a bunch of flames. And that is where we are now. You are all on the city streets. Uh, some of the corpses had been moved, thankfully. And, yeah. Let me go ahead and switch back to where we were. He is gone. And all you guys see is Omega, and no one else is left behind. Franklin, you don't see the Rubicante's body. Well, more like the host's body.
Um, is just gonna stand there silently for a few seconds, and then just put his sword away, and then just continue standing silently, just looking at the one spot Ruby Conte used to be standing in, and he just stands there silent.
You're gonna be okay, Frank? Evangeline says.
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. Maybe I never knew anything.
Nyx is gonna walk right up next to Frank, put their hand on his shoulder and go, "I'm sorry."
Thanks. He takes Eclipse back out and just sets it on the ground, and says, "God damn it! If I'd only been faster, if I knew Golbez was after my dad, I could have saved him. He would have still been alive."
Franklin, you're not an oracle. You can't know everything that isn't around you. I mean, hells, I'll admit, there are moments where I think the same thing, but you had no way of knowing.
There's nothing any of us could have done to predict it.
And pretty much on cue, from behind, you all hear Franklin's mom, and she says, "Franklin,
Yes?
did you find him?"
Mom, I have some bad news.
And she looks at you with anticipation.
He's dead.
And you can see her eyes go wide, and her eyes start to water, and she's like, and she cries into her hand, and then eventually goes in and cries on your armor.
Pats her like shoulder. It's like, this is what he wanted, I guess. To give his life for some cause.
And Evangeline says, "I don't think that's the case.
I mean,
If he really wanted to go and serve the bad people, then they wouldn't have had him in chains when we saw him."
well,
It's a little more complicated than that, Mrs. Vialis.
Well, no, that was Evangeline saying that.
Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. But, retcon. It seems a little more complicated than that. I mean, it wasn't the fact that he turned on us. It was, for lack of better words, the only way I could describe it at least was the fiend Rubicon possessed his body.
his Rubicante, this fiend, told us his soul was consumed by fire. There's nothing we can do. And it's all my fault. I know it is.
None of this is your fault, Franklin.
You think that if I had even visited, if I came back, knew, and I knew about Golbez, could I have steered him in the right direction? If I hadn't been so frozen by fear and I could have cut my dad from those chains and saved his life, could I have...
You didn't even know Golbez existed. Your absence isn't to blame for his actions.
Besides, before this whole encounter, did you even know of the possibility of Rubicante's abilities?
No.
Did you even know of Rubicante before any of this happened?
No, not really.
So then how would you have known that Rubicante would have done such a thing, and how would you have known to stop it?
I could have been... I could have been smarter. I could have figured something out. I could have at least tried. This whole time, I hadn't even thought about my dad or my mom or my brother. Well, the last part's a lie. I've been stressed out about him, but all I had to do was fucking try, and I didn't do that.
Franklin, that's your mom saying, even this, I didn't see. This somehow flew under my radar, so whatever this was, whatever just happened, it wasn't meant to happen. So if I didn't see it, I'm sure as hell that you, of all people, you and everyone here, wouldn't be able to stop whatever happened.
Franklin, this whole adventure of ours, we've learned, well, of many things, but one thing we know for certain is that ever since the Dragon Queen and our Doppels made it through to this side of Alien, whatever fate we were originally meant to go on, that pretty much flew out the window. And even if things were different, even if the Dragon Queen never came, even if we never became warriors of light, things may have been different, yes, but one thing is for certain. The path that we started on would have still led us to some situation that may have led to some form of an altercation between you and Golbez, but you need to stop believing that it's your fault. And believe me, I know I'm being a bit of a hypocrite here, because there have definitely been moments, just lately even, where I wish that I could have done something about Orion, where I could have prevented him from being taken by the Dragon Queen. I could have prevented him being on his own for the last year, having to deal with my father and his capitalistic idiocracy. But what's done is done. And even if you had knowledge about it beforehand, what's to say that things may or may not have changed? There are points in time that can't be fixed, that are going to happen no matter what, and no matter how hard we try, things will always have a way of correcting itself. Think about it. I told you that between me and my doppelganger, things were certainly different. She went to the engineering academy in Midgard. She probably became far smarter than I ever did, but no matter what, we still ran away. The both of us. Because we were tired of dealing with the hypocrisy of nobility. Across multiversal planes, that remained a fixed moment. Now, I'm not saying that's entirely what may have happened with you, but you need to get off of this damn thought process of believing that this whole situation situation is your damn fault, because let's face it, the only one who thinks that is you. So stop being a damn idiot.
My father would agree, I think. What you're saying makes... What you're saying... I'm having Discord lag.
God damn.
What you're saying makes sense, though. I don't understand why it hurts so much.
You don't think I go through that thought process as well? And I'm not saying that you do think that. Evangeline says, I just lost nearly a half of my entire squadron, and all of it could have been prevented if I wasn't incapacitated. But even though it does still hurt to know that those men will never return home to see their mothers, their wives, daughters, sons, whatever it is, that pains me so. But they died doing what they wanted. They died doing what they loved, protecting this city. And so I always have to live, even though it still hurts, I always have to live with that thought. And that thought, it comforts me.
Such is the burden of war, and to be a general among...
So the same has to be done for you. Your father stayed behind during the evacuation process. And Matoya and your father knew what they were getting into if they stayed, but they stayed anyways. And your father, sadly, did go. But you must know that he did die doing his duty, and he died doing what he wanted and what he needed to do to protect the city.
You're right. You're right. I need a minute. You guys go on ahead, I'll catch up.
She nods her head,
Right.
and she leaps.
Franklin will,
Oh shit.
is going to gently and unsurely, he will pick up Eclipse again, put it on his back.
And when you do pick up Eclipse, you can feel that the weight of it has gone down. Like this, even though it still looks gigantic, it feels a lot lighter than what it usually is.
He mutters, "For you, Father." Puts it on his back. And then he is just going to, he's honestly just going to sit down and just be silent for a few minutes. I I know it's impossible to stand up once again when you have armor on, but but yeah, he's just gonna sit there, kind of like in the grass, and then after a few minutes pass, he'll catch up with everyone else.
So yeah.
And actually, we'll say that as like the rest of the group is like already starting to head out, Nyx is gonna walk a bit of a ways from Franklin and then just kind of stand by and wait, and just as like, and just kind of goes to the others and is like, I'll join you guys in a sec.
Vesta will nod.
And Nyx will just kind of wait for Franklin.
Alright, so that means, so you stay behind, and that means Vesta, you and Omega are wandering this area alone.
With Evangeline.
Well, Evangeline's in disguise, so she'll be watching over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, close enough.
Eventually, Franklin will stand up and then start making his way back.
Alright, before we do that, Vesta, make me a perception, well, since you're not actively looking at it, what's your passive perception?
11?
Alright, so you are, okay, so as you're like pretty much walking from where Nyx is, and you're like here, you're kind of a nice ways away, you do hear a roar coming from, you hear a roar coming from the, above you. And Evangeline contacts, well, actually no, she just jumps down where you are. And you all, and then by the time Franklin is up and you're heading back towards the group, you do hear this roar as well. You just hear a boo, and you can see two pretty, yes, medium-sized dragons come down, and they look like they're about to eat you.
Oh no.
Just gonna link Pearl Nyx. I think we've got incoming.
Right, on my way.
Alright.
Oh boy.
So, first, what we're gonna do is, go ahead, first, Vesta, you roll initiative, Evangeline will roll initiative, and you're gonna be the top of the initiative, because you were here in the battle first.
Alright.
So, I mean, you're rolling really mad. God damn. Good, nice job, you, freaking Evangeline.
They got the same frickin' roll.
Yeah, don't hate on Evangeline's roll, imagine.
Alright, so let me quickly grab. Alright, there we go. Alright, so yeah, these two dragons plop down in front of you, and they, do their roaring. So, also Omega's here. Yay. Okay, so Franklin, you and Nyx, you guys up here, behind them, and before you could even question what's going on, I need you to make a dex save, please.
Oh, shit.
No.
18.
Nice.
Alright.
Ooh.
So yeah, you take half of this.
Alright, that's fine.
Alright. And you two go ahead and roll initiatives, and whatever you guys get, I'll just place Vesta, Evangeline, and Omega over.
Oh god damn it.
I don't even need to do that.
Oof.
Oh Jesus.
Alright, so I'll place them at
I am so glad I have a +7 to initiative, but that is still terrible.
Alright. So
You rolled a natural one and still got higher than me.
I don't even know how that's possible.
Because I have alert, which gives me +5 to initiative, and I already have a dex of +2.
Yeah.
Alright, so, okay, I need all 4 of you, well, technically all 3 of you, to roll a d20, if you would please.
Oh,
Also,
yeah, that's
Omega's,
Oh.
stuff recharges back up to full TP.
Nice.
Hey, that's still a great.
Me and Nick's
Gotta-
need to do a roll off. Yeah.
Oh shit, we do. All right, let's go. 15.
Shit. Okay.
Alright, so, Franklin, you're first, correct? Or, wait,
Yeah.
just give me your rolls, because I'm going to write them down as you guys call them out, so, who's the highest?
Franklin.
17.
Alright, who's next in line?
I stepped away from my
Oh, wait.
computer.
Here,
That
let me-
would be.
Let me roll for Evangeline real quick.
Yeah, roll for Evangeline.
Never mind.
She's at the
Alright.
bottom. All right, next highest would probably be me with the 15.
Okay. Best, you
I
are
got a 14.
turd, and... Okay, cool. Alright. Oh, that's perfect. It goes in line. Okay, cool. Alright. So we'll start with the white dragon. He's gonna come up to this guy. And... he is going to bite at Evangeline. 24 to hit. That
Oh, no.
that hits.
Oh.
Alright. Along with an extra 2 damage. Alright, and he is going to attack again. Shit. He's gonna attack Evangeline again. 20 to hit. Does that, yeah, no, that misses. Oh, no, that hits. Never mind. Fuck. No, hair.
Yeah, I was about to say Evangeline has the same AC as I do.
And then that is 8 damage. Good shit. Alright, I need to actually move the camera on the shard. There we go. Okay. Next turn. He is going to go up and he's gonna bite at you. Vesta.
Okay.
5 to attack.
Somehow he missed.
Yeah, because he
7
rolled a
to-
nat 1.
Alright, so I guess it's not the dragon's turn anymore. Vesta, you're up.
Yes, I'm casting Blizzard 2 on number 2, so con save, please.
Got you. 6.
Ooh, takes full damage, so 32. Some good
Alright,
rolls.
he gets died immediately. You just immediately just bring
Oh.
down the ice spikes, Ping! And then you stab him with your ice, and he is dead.
Alright, well, that's the end of my turn.
Alright. Evangeline's turn. She is going to do a true thrust, so she's gonna leap in the air. And he has to make a dex save. Misses. I mean, fails. Fuck. And so he just takes the plane. 17 damage. Alright. Omega's turn. So, Franklin commands. Which one?
Alright.
He's back at 150 TP, by the way.
Alright. We do Command Sigmascape 2.
Command Sigmascape 2, Braver, and okay. Let me see, that's 30 TP. And okay, yeah. You see he brings out his laser and then his little like laser beam and he shoots it up, misses him, but it slices him down the middle. And wait, first actually, he needs to make a dex save.
Yeah, he does.
Fails anyways, so
He done got.
Omega deals the smackdown on his ass, and he dies.
Nice.
All right, and you are out of initiative. That was
Hey.
quick and easy.
Thank God.
And yeah, so after the battle is over and the battle is won, you you can hear a person kind of running up to where you are behind.
I turn to face the person.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah, no, that was an awkward silence.
but yeah, no. He walks up to you all. You face him, and he's just like, "Where's the light? The paladins. They are finally here.
Oh, good.
Gods.
They are in the check-in station, and they await. They wait for your for your arrival. Whenever you can, at least. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna go back now. All right, come on." And he runs.
Just kind of turn to everyone and go, "You all feel like we need a bit of a rest? I mean, I know I could at least go and grab the Reaper in case we need to fight Golbez."
I can't complain about a rest.
Yeah. Rest sounds good to you.
All right.
All right.
So how do y'all want to take this rest? Y'all would want to heal up or something, or?
Follow the guy to the check-in station, I think.
You follow the guy to the check-in station.
Yep.
Good choice. Good choice. All right. You follow him to the check-in station, and you are all there. After walking through the city, obviously, and tiptoeing over the dragon corpses, even though they didn't come back behind you, you arrive back at the check-in station, and after you go past the initial gates and you go out through the gate that leads to the rest of Spira, you can see. Well, actually, no. Yeah. You can see where the mountains are. And in front, where the bridge is, you can see the entire. You can see one paladin and multiple paladins just come up, and they all march. You can see about a good 1,000 of them have come. And at the forefront, you can see your boy,
Edgar.
Edgar Allan Poe. Okay, you can see your boy Edgar marching up to where you are, and he turns around. He says, "Halt! Hold fast!" And they say, "Hold fast!" And then they tap their shields with their swords. Ding ding! And they stay there. And Edgar turns back around to where you all are, and he says, "Okay, we have arrived, as you can probably see."
About time we actually got some good news.
Thank you, Edgar, for bringing them. I really appreciate it.
No problem, no problem. And we have supplies for any of those in need.
Oh, my continuous gratitude. Thank you.
Okay, where can we set up?
Right this way. Can take you to the check-in station. It's right down here.
Alright, and he says, "Alright, one moment." And he says he says to the rest of his to everyone there, he says, "Alright, any and all of those who can help out here, follow me. Any infantry? Hold fast until then." And they all yell out, "Oh! Oh!" Think of them as like Spartans.
Nice.
But yeah, you can out from the back side of the mall, you can see many carts and stuff are pulling up. Multiple people. There are about like 3 or 4 carts with chocobos pulling them, and about a good I'd say 30 people manning them all. And yeah, they all come into the check-in station. And Edgar turns back to you all and says, "Alright, show us the way."
We lead him back to the station.
Alright. You lead them all back to the station, and after some time, they unload their carts, and a lot of them start to distribute any supplies that they might have for the people who are weakened. And they say, Edgar says to you, "Alright, and what might you all need for your endeavors?"
What do you guys reckon? Potions?
Oh
Treatment?
yeah.
Definitely will most likely need some potions. I'm actually gonna head over to the Reaper, see if I can patch that up enough to where we can actually take it into the fight one last round.
Alright. Sounds like if you have any potions to spare, I know a lot of people tend to, but if you have some potion.
Yeah, I've got enough for us all, for you all. Actually, here, hold a second. And he claps his hands, and you can see one of the armored paladins come up, and they bring another one of those large crates, but, you know, instead of it being a wooden crate, it's more of a basket than anything. It's like a really large basket. But they set it down and says, "Here, you guys can take these here." And I will go ahead and put that in the chat. Just give me one moment. And this is for each of you, by the way, so.
Oh, nice.
Alright, and let's see here. Alright, y'all get that.
Oh!
Is this each or shared?
Each.
Oh,
Oh my god. Yes, please.
Now, you can choose to roll for those temp HP points, or you can choose to save them. Whenever you decide to roll them, as long as it's not in battle, obviously, just let me know. Call me the giving tree, because I am brown and I gave you guys something.
Okay, no.
Woo!
I think I... Do I want to take a rations now? Yeah, we're probably going to be going to one of the big fights after this anyway, so... You know, I think I'll take that temp HP now.
I think same.
is it a D10 per ration, right?
D12 per ration.
Oh, sweet.
But, we're gonna roll them one by one. So I guess we're gonna go by order of what's in my Discord call. So Nix, that would be you first.
Oh, hell yeah. All right,
You can
so
choose
I'm
to
doing
roll
all
one
of
or all of them.
Oh, no, I'm taking all of them. Ooh, nice.
All right, and that's and Vesta, you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll, I think 2 of them, so.
Good shit. All right, and that would be you next, Franklin.
Alright. Frank will roll all of them too. Ho ho ho!
Oh, not bad, not bad.
All right. Cool. So go ahead and put that in your temp HP. Take some time to heal up, and let me know when you all are complete.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a high ether too.
I'm set in terms of health and spells.
Here, while you
I
guys
think
are
for
doing
the
that,
most
I'm be right back.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be interesting because there's no way we're gonna be getting a long rest anytime soon, which means I am going to take another level of exhaustion.
Oh god. Yeah, maybe I should just use my last ration.
It's up to you, ultimately.
Oh, might as well.
Oh, this is going to... This is definitely going to be interesting. Oh, damn.
What a worthwhile use.
Hey, no. Hey, one is better than none.
Okay, that's
Totally.
fair.
And besides, you're a squishy character. You need as much health as you can get.
Okay, okay.
Am
Listen,
I wrong, though?
you don't have to say what we're all thinking. You could have just kept that to yourself.
But yeah. No, I am definitely... Okay, thankfully it's not going to affect my attack rolls. Taking another level, because...
Oh, does it not? I thought 2 levels of exhaustion did.
No, first level is disability, disadvantage on ability checks. Second level is speed is halved. Third level of exhaustion is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay. Half speed isn't too bad.
Yeah, half speed is not bad. And then, yeah, 4 levels of exhaustion, hit point maximum is halved. 5 levels, speed is reduced to 0. 6 levels, dead.
I'm excited about these 5x potions, let me say.
I know.
Right?
I'm so ready to not drop every single battle.
Okay, so that puts my stash at, let's see here, 6 high ethers, a high potion, 4 mega potions, the mega elixir, a phoenix down, 3 remedies, and the 5x potions.
Yeah, the fact that we all got so many remedies makes me concerned about what's to come.
I mean,
I hath returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Alright. How's everyone looking?
Looking decent.
Good.
Good.
Is this considered a short rest?
No, because you haven't really been there for more than 30 minutes.
Gotcha.
But Edgar, after giving that to you, he is going to go outside and he's gonna talk to his men. But as he leaves, a dragoon person, a person who looks to be in a high position under Evangeline, of course, but like a higher than that. But that person goes up to Evangeline and they whisper in her ear. And Evangeline goes over to you guys and they say, "Hey, okay, so I've just received word that we have some soldiers that have had eyes on Golbez."
Where was he seen?
The last time that he was seen was over the sea here.
He's coming. We have to be ready.
Well, not in this direction. He went eastward. He's over the water.
What's he doing going that direction?
My guess, probably the crystal.
It seems like a bizarre tactic.
Why would... Does the crystal have a higher priority than destroying the kingdom?
I mean, not to mention that all 4 of his commanders is gone.
Perhaps he used it as a like sort of distraction. And if that's the case, then we've been duped.
Well, I mean, we didn't. If it was a distraction, then we did get duped, of course, but not a waste of time to defend the kingdom.
Thankfully, with the 4 fiends down, it'll make trying to take care of the rest of this a little more easier.
And we also have some help in the form of these guys who happen to show up.
It was definitely a good call to have the paladins arrive. Yes, that does provide a little more. That does provide a little more support to our forces.
Evangeline, to your knowledge, what parts of the city are not, or what parts of the city are under siege?
I'd say the southern portion. The northern part has been ransacked. No one's trying to attack there. But I'm thinking for this, I guess, final attack, that we have all of the infantrymen in all 4 corners of the city, so that way they can fend off against. That way they can attract and fend off more dragons. That way we can have a higher chance at winning this thing.
What should we do about Golbez?
It's kind of risky to follow after him if he's just gonna come back and then send force. We don't know his intention. There's just no way to know. I mean, I think we should take that risk though and follow after him.
I mean, like I said, the 4 fiends are down, which provides most of the commanding support of the Dravanian army decimated for the most part. The only other figure that would be able to command the rest of it would most likely be Golbez, and he's heading for the crystal, so there might be a possibility that the opposing armies maybe end up scattered for the most part, uncommanded. It'd make things easier to take them. It'd make it easier for the rest of the infantry and the paladins to take care of that, which may provide us a possibility to go after Golbez.
Well,
That's true.
Sorry. Well, one thing's for certain is that whenever if he gets his hand on the crystal and he reports back to his mistress or the Dragon Queen, then I don't know what will become of the world.
Yeah. The crystal is the top priority. That doesn't mean, abandon the kingdom, but if she gets the crystal, we're all dead. So, all right, at least my vote is we follow after him. Anyone else?
If you guys go after the crystal, I'll stay behind.
Alright. I also agree with going after the crystal.
I agree as well.
Okay. You sure you're gonna be okay, Evangeline?
Yeah, I've been in many a war before. This is nothing I can't handle.
Fair. Yeah. I trust you.
She nods her head.
Alright. You guys, we can rest a bit more if you guys still need to, but I think I'm ready to chase after him if you guys are.
As
think I'm
much
good
as
to
I
go.
admit, as much as I admit that I do need some sleep, fortunately, unfortunately, the amount of time that would be best for me to sleep, we don't have right now. So we may as well just go in while we can.
All right. Um, good luck, Evangeline.
And to you as well, Warriors of Light.
All right. Fist bump, Evangeline, just for posterity.
And she fist bumps back. You can feel the cold steel on her hand. Alright then. And she goes back out to where Edgar is talking to his men.
All right. You said Golbez was headed eastward?
Wait, who are you speaking to?
I guess just the DM. Just Corlo
Oh.
here.
Yeah, he went eastward. He was over the Sorcerer's Sea.
Okay.
Well, we do have the Enterprise, I think.
So who's gonna fly the air?
No,
Which
Got
one out
this.
of us? I was about to say, which one out of all of us is the engineer?
And which one out of all of us has not crashed the ship yet? Me. Let's go.
All right, Vesta. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. No, just
Oh
Alright.
god, it's gonna get cramped because I'm also taking the Reaper with us.
oh. When
Oh
I
well.
keep imagining the mechs in the Toy Story world from Kingdom Hearts 3 for some
Oh,
reason. I can
God.
only picture those. I can. Oh,
No, no.
it's the
Nice
only
try, but
image.
no.
It's the only image that manifests in my head. But go on, DM.
Oh no, you're good. Alright, so how do you guys want to go about this? Uh so Franklin, from your history, you know that there's probably, I mean, obviously the crystal, the water crystal, everything that keeps Ishgard still safe, being close to the coast, is the Aquion Temple. That's where the crystal is located, and it's located underwater. And the only way you can get in is through this little whirlpool.
Hmm.
But no one has really ever tried
Uh,
to go in there, because I mean, who the fuck wants to go through a whirlpool?
We
yeah,
do.
that's adventurers. We're here to do the things no one wants to do. All right.
Right.
This might be a stupid idea, but depending on how long of a flight we have, I can make Kenai into some kind of underwater creature, I believe.
A boat. You can turn him into a boat, a
No,
submarine.
no, I'm afraid not. An octopus. I can do that
Oh shit.
if we want to throw him down there. Poor guy.
I mean, I'm just picturing us taking the Enterprise over the whirlpool and just us dropping down.
Do you have though a way for us to get back up to the Enterprise when we leave?
Yeah.
I mean, once we jump, we can condense the Enterprise into disk form, and then we could fly it back out when we're done.
Okay. Wait. we, we jump from the airship, turn it into a disc, dive down, swimming in armor, physics completely ignored, and go to temple, get out, airship, leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you
I
can
don't
hear
even know what I just said.
you can hear one of the dragoons in the background saying, "That's the dumbest idea I've ever heard." And then they gotta just walk.
Because the Nix kind of looks at him and is like, well, clearly you've never met me.
All right. Well, I mean, does anyone have the I mean, this is a shot in the dark. Anyone have the fly spell?
Nope.
I have my winged boots.
Uh, that could.
I mean,
You could.
no, but I mean, it's our best option, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait.
because-
Wait. If you make yourself big, me and Nyx make you even bigger. You have the winged boots, and you carry all of us.
Oh my god, that could work.
That's not a bad idea. Though I'm picturing for some. Never mind. I'm picturing the fucking the scene from the SpongeBob movie with David Hasselhoff at the very end. But I that's not a bad idea though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, that's the best idea that we got. And okay, this is me talking out of character. The idea of us jumping out and condensing the airship at the same time is going to be difficult as shit. We'd have better luck just leaving it in like a hover mode and jumping down, and then yeah, using and then pretty much either using Franklin as a flying taxi, or I mean, we could also use Vesta, make her big. She can make herself big. I can make her even bigger, and then she could fly us out.
And out of pretty much nowhere, as you guys say this, you guys are cut off by the sound of a very automaton-like voice. They say, "Might I have a suggestion?" And you guys can hear it. You guys can hear that
No.
it's from beside you, as you see this little robot kind of tinky, tinky, tinky his way towards you all. I have a suggestion.
You can
Wait a fuck.
speak?
You can talk?
Of
What
course,
the fuck?
of course I can speak. Master Midas, uh, wait, hang on, excuse me, sorry, I can't speak. I forgot English. Master Midas, programmed me with a speech function.
Why the hell didn't you speak before now?
I didn't think it was necessary.
I hate that this thing has a sense of whatever that just happened, but moving on, what is the proposition?
Well, my history data suggests that you have encountered a person by the name of Big.
Oh.
I would rather fly into a whirlpool.
I don't even know if Bikke is even in this part of the.
Well, according to my calculations, Big might be a better source of getting to the whirlpool, and then you can go about doing whatever it is you are planning to do.
Okay, I'm sorry, what's wrong with taking an airship and dropping into a whirlpool?
Okay, well, you don't need to be a machination to know that.
Data not found.
Is
Okay,
this
what's wrong?
is this thing just talking out of its ass? Like, what?
No, that'd be Biggs.
Just a suggestion. Feel free to carry on. And then he just continues to ding 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 ding, walking all over the ceilings and the walls and stuff.
Okay, I'm all for the development of machinations, but a talking machine is kind of creepy as shit.
I'm glad
I
I'm
s-
not the only one weirded out.
Yeah, I still don't fully know what the fuck it is.
I'm still unsure of what the fuck is powering it, because if that thing can one-shot a giant fuck-off dragon, that isn't the Omni crystal, which I would have loved to use for the Avenger.
No.
But okay, statistically speaking, it is a better power source
We're
than
not
any other
going into
power we
this.
can find.
Just stop.
No.
Just stop.
No. No.
And
I
after
will be I will bring the robot into this.
now, after as you guys go in, you guys get a link for a call.
I'm going to answer.
And immediately upon picking it up, did you like the speech function? Yeah, just add it to his code. I just thought that, it does have data processing stuff. It's always had that, but I thought I'd give him a little bit of a voice to maybe add an extra edge in battle. He could maybe advise good strategies or anything that your feeble minds can't come up with.
Okay, Midas, I take offense to that.
As my statement still stands.
You still have not explained to me how the hell you're powering that thing.
I will get into that when we next meet.
Somehow I doubt that, but I'm holding you to it.
Okay.
Hangs up.
How does this thing know about all of our past adventures? I'm sorry, but before we move on, like, how much information does this thing have on us?
About as much as Midas does, probably.
God.
Which, to be fair, isn't a lot, I think.
Do you think that Biggs isn't going to tell him everything?
I mean, I hope
Shit.
not.
Yeah.
Just that sudden realization is just like, shit.
And then all of a sudden you just hear Omega say, "Ha ha 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 ha! You crashed the airship." I'm just kidding. No. I'm just messing.
All right. Well, do we even know if Big A is in Spira?
I mean, the dog, the robot dog said that Big A was somewhere near. I don't recall exactly the location, but
It might take longer to track him down than to just figure it out ourselves.
yeah.
That's fair. And I mean, all things considered, Big usually works throughout the Ruby Sea, which is a ways away from here.
And out from like afar, as he's like sitting down, as the robot is on the ceiling, he just says, "That's why I suggested that it was a suggestion." Did you guys hear that, by the way, or did it like not pick
Yes,
up?
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah, Nyx then turns to the robot and goes, "Speaking of suggestions, I have a mathematical proposition for you.
What would that be?
Hypothetically, would the Omni crystal be a more potent power source than any
This
crystal
thing,
that is currently on the planet?"
It would indeed be the most powerful resource in all of Hellion.
Just kind of look back to the group and is like, "See?
just because it's the most powerful doesn't mean it's not the most stupid choice also. Like, listen, we can't get into this. We have things to do.
All right.
Fine, but I'm just saying, mathematically."
No Omni Crystal. Anywho. Our options are Nyx flies airship over whirlpool. Jesus. We jump down in disc. When we get back out, we big airship again. Or we make one of us big and fly.
Give me one sec. Okay, actually, first, show of hands. How many of you guys actually are willing to let me fly the airship?
You know what? Me.
Why would
Fuck it. Maybe this time it'll be different.
I mean, I've seen it done a lot. I feel like I could do a decent job.
I mean, to be fair, it's either me or the robot. One of us will probably be able to do it.
Can the robot fly an airship? Does it have hands?
Give me one sec. Omega,
Yes,
are you capable of flying an airship?
I have 4 tentacles. I think I can do it.
What is the probability of you flying an airship and possibly crashing?
About 48%.
Hey, that's less than half.
What is the probability of me flying an airship and crashing?
Approximately 22%.
Okay, this dog's just wrong.
Nyx is like, you know what? I'll take those odds.
And soon after that you finish talking to the robot, Evangeline comes back, and you can see just a bunch, and she says, all right, so you guys might want to step away a little bit. They're gonna be walking past here in a little bit, and I need to
Oh,
guide
right,
them
yeah.
through.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So yeah.
Yep.
All right, peoples, come on in, come on through, and just stay at the gates of the city, and then you can just see paladins walk through, and it takes about a good like 8 to 8 minutes for them all to pass. But I mean, if you guys still wanted to like role play a conversation while that is still going on,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, out of character, do we know if Bikke has a link pearl?
Well, assuming that they know Biggs and Wedge, from your knowledge, putting those two and two things together, probably.
Yikes. Okay, not where I thought that was gonna go. Okay. Because my only other thought was to take the airship to at least get into the whirlpool, and then we can swim out and have Bikke pick us up.
Oh wait, were you
I
talking to
mean,
Evangeline this whole time?
No, I was talking out of character.
Oh, okay.
not also a bad idea though.
Yeah, because depending on how far Bikke is, it would take him a while to get to us,
And
Yeah.
unless he's like right within Ishgard, which I don't know.
while these guys are actually walking past, and like as you guys are like finished, like pretty much as they start to walk past, Evangeline's like, "All right, so we've got a little bit of a moment, considering that there's a lot of people passing. What were you all talking about?"
Um, for the most part, trying to figure out how to get to and from uh the Aquilian Temple, which apparently is in a whirlpool. And so far our fastest option would be to take the airship, but the machination came up with the suggestion to get Bikke to get us there, but gods know where he is.
Oh, I doubt Big K of all people would ever come here and do that. But as for the airship thing, now how exactly do you plan to go underwater? The airship can't like go underwater.
Oh no, it'd be at least getting above the whirlpool and then dropping in.
1 second.
I still think our best bet is to use the airship to and from, but
They were making.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Damn kids.
hey, I'm the youngest in my family.
Same, actually.
I returned for the second time. Alright, they were making fun of me because I always keep the salt and pepper shakers in here because I mean, whenever I eat lunch during my art sessions, I eat in here.
Right.
But yeah, no. Okay. I'm sorry. Continue on after Evangeline said, "Hey, what were y'all talking about?"
Yeah, Evangeline asked, how would you be using the airship? And Nyx is like, we'd be using it as a dropship.
Okay, and then what about the ship after you drop out of it?
Uh, Options are, well, our most current option, be, be one. This is ridiculous, but honestly, is the only thing I can come up with. We use the Enterprise as a dropship as we're dropping, condense it to a disk, take it with us, and then when we get back out, we enlarge Franklin so then he can swim us all out. We pop up out of the ocean, flip the airship back up, take it home.
Now, one problem with that is that the airship cannot just collapse on command. Number one, it takes a person to actually man the control and actually condense it while they're in the airship. But usually there's like a good 5 second window, which Biggs usually gets out of. But as
Right.
for but as for getting it back after condensing it, you will have to make sure that you catch that thing as it's falling, or try to find it as it falls in the water. And
Agreed.
As for Franklin carrying you all there, or like holding, like growing larger and stuff, uh, I don't know if Franklin can breathe underwater, but I would hope that him growing larger will increase his lung capacity.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Is our robot dog waterproof?
I would.
Omega,
Uh, Hello.
are you waterproof?
I do not think so. You will have to ask my master.
Uh,
So probably not.
yeah.
Damn, that would have been really helpful.
Yeah,
Um, shit, well, I'm out of ideas.
yeah. Um,
Well, I mean, hmm. I'm guessing the biggest bet you could use is a ship that isn't like. I mean, if you don't, I mean, since Big K is nowhere here or anywhere around here, as we know, you can find a ship that hasn't been sieged by dragons. I doubt that they can, you know, fly a boat. But you can try to find a ship, and you can use that as your drop ship, or getting near the whirlpool and jumping into the whirlpool as you all sink down. But then you'll have to find a way to breathe underwater. Unless one of you
Right.
guys have any wind spells that you guys can cast like a bubble around you or something.
Not that I know of.
Not
I
me.
mean, the
Oh,
best I can do is maybe move objects, but even that has a certain capacity.
well, you better pray to Leviathan that you can get to the Aquion Temple in time. Because if Golbez can go down there and he can, like, if the temple is as they say in the legends, you can go down there and there's a vacuum underneath there, then you can be able to breathe. So you will have to reach it very, very fast. And you can't
Right. Well,
really like go there that fast if you're dropping from like normal still water. The whirlpool kind of serves as a little fast like boost to go fast underwater.
which means if we were using the Enterprise as a dropship, someone would need to stay on board to make sure that we got back up.
And also,
Which is the
yeah, whenever it comes to retrieving the ship, if you do still plan to collapse it.
I mean, it would be tricky, and God knows there's at least God knows that at least the three of us would at least try to attempt to grab it while it's condensing, but I still think the idea of using the Enterprise as some form of a dropship is our best option to getting there, but I don't know, should we just play things how they go from there?
I think I don't. There's too many unknowns. I. I mean, we can take that chance if you want to. I'd be on board, but
I
I
mean,
would just hesitate a bit.
we'd have to have someone stay on the Enterprise while this all happened, and
I mean, Robot Dog only has like a 40% chance of crashing it while he's flying it. What about just keeping it hovering for us?
right, but still someone would need to make sure that it stays there and like doesn't get, you know, airjacked or something.
Well, true.
True.
Airjacked by whom exactly?
Well, if we fight Golbez and he finds us some way to bail out, or if the Dragon Queen shows up,
This is the dragon we're queen we're talking about. You remember when we were in the world of darkness, and before we ever had a chance to fight the cloud of darkness, that how the dragon queen was treating her just based on how like I forget, she did something wrong or the slightest little thing wrong, and she was quite pissed and was literally beating the shit out of her.
oh no, I
Mm.
remember that
I
very well.
doubt that Golbez, if he were to flee, imagine what the dragon queen will do to her. The dragon queen will do to him. Look at what happened to Medion after she pretty much turned on the Dragon Queen due to our spell.
True.
Oh yeah, I forgot she existed.
Damn.
Anyway, so I don't know. Should we just leave the Enterprise unattended and then, as we drop, and then see where that goes from there?
It won't be unattended, it'll be manned by me. If you at least put me in that situation.
I mean, we could also leave Omega in charge of the airship.
Um, Stupid idea. One, like, paladin on the board, like, on the airship as we drop into the water.
That's possible. I mean, because then we could take Omega and possibly the Reaper down to us and have at least 2 giant cannons to face off against Golbez.
Well, won't the ship get crowded? And also, I would recommend having a Dragoon on board manning it, because if some sort of aerial attack, or if any other attack in general comes, they can just leap off the ship while the ship is hovering, and they can always return back to it. A Paladin, sorry to say, Franklin, your legs are just like jelly. You guys don't know how to jump good.
Ignoring that, which was a bit brutal,
No.
I mean,
we
it's
don't
it's
really
not
need to
wrong.
worry about crowding, do we? I mean, it's just going to be a bit uncomfortable, which this whole experience has been, so.
I mean, the Reaper is basically a little bigger than a Chocobo, and
Okay, let me pull up the
thankfully
reference
Omega
for. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
and thankfully Omega can shrink down, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And there's a good chance that the Reaper may not 100% survive another battle like this. I mean, it's already banged up enough as is. One more fight, and it's either going to fall in shambles or explode.
Oh, well, don't want an explosion to happen when we're fighting Golbez. Um, but I don't think I don't think that's a totally bad idea. Airship as a dropship with Omega, one Dragoon over the sky. We drop into the temple. That doesn't sound too bad.
Seems to be our best option so far.
Good luck getting that thing on the airship. If it even fit on the airship.
The Reaper?
Yes. Do you not
Um,
see how... That's twice... Well, that's twice as... Well, I mean... How tall are you exactly? You're quite tall.
Who is she pointing to?
Looking at you, Nick's just like, you're quite tall. How tall are you exactly?
About 5'8".
Not an M taller than when I met you. Okay, so yes, so it's about twice your size. So, I mean, have fun.
Okay, so it's like what about? So it's like about twice the size of a Chocobo.
Are you implying that you're just as tall as a chocobo?
Are you implying that I'm shorter than a Chocobo?
Chocobos? Well, depending on the one, at least. If you're talking about your average chocobo, then yeah, you're just about the same size. But if you're talking about something like Franklin's chocobo, then ooh, yeah.
Okay, well, that's an albino Chocobo. Those are rare as hell anyway.
That's true.
You got me there.
And anywho,
Anyway, if we keep the Reaper on the main part of the deck and have everyone closer towards the steering wheel, it's going to be a little cramped, I'll admit, but it's possibly doable.
yeah, I think I'm on board.
I mean, we fit Biggs on the Enterprise.
Okay.
Jesus.
Just
Vesta?
Biggs in the back, just Biggs somewhere in Wutai is thinking, you're just getting a feeling that someone is making a joke about it.
It's like an anime whenever you see someone sneeze.
Right.
You on board, Vesta?
I mean, I can't think of a better plan.
Actually, give me one sec. Omega!
Yeah.
What's the probability of being able to take the Magitech Reaper onto the Enterprise?
According to the size of such large machines, I would say about 30%.
Yeah, that's better than nothing.
It's doable, I feel like.
Listen, I don't know how you put these things together, but can you like detach some limbs and then put them back on later? I mean,
It would take too much time. Besides, I don't
Yeah.
know that machine as well as Midas does. The only other person here that might know it better than me is Omega.
Is that machine water soluble? More like, can it be in water without being compromised?
Oh shit, I never thought about that. Nyx is just gonna do a little bit of number crunching, taking into account the water and the slight damage to the Reaper. Questionable?
And eventually kind of crossing her arms. How about you get it from the source, genius?
You really want me to call Midas up to see if... Alright, fine.
It's his
Just-
machine.
I
should've been
called
an
Midas
engineer.
up on the Link Pearl.
Alright, you call him up on Link Pro, and he answers it, and he's like, I know it can get a little weird, but you just gotta stick with it, I swear. It's a really good function.
Okay, no. It's not about Omega. It actually that is it's a little creepy, but it's a little helpful right now. I've got a question about the Reaper.
Okay.
Is it able to withstand being partially submerged in water?
It really depends on what parts it's hitting, and if any sort of wiring or anything like that is being, I guess, shown. If any wiring is
Looks
sort of
back.
exposed.
looks back at the damaged Reaper and is like, so you're saying it's possible?
If the wiring isn't being exposed, then yes, it's possible. It's actually very doable. I designed it that way, but I mean, like with any machine, if you expose it in water, it will go
I
down.
mean, fair. And I confirmed with I talked with Omega about this, but just for the sake of having another engineer mention this, do you think the Reaper would be able to fit on the Enterprise if we just kept it on like the main deck and everyone else was like closer to where the steering wheel was?
You get a quick pause, silence, and then and you can hear Biggs and Wedge laughing in the background. You hear that? He really thinks that this thing, that large thing, can fit on that tiny ass ship. You hear this?
Hang up. Okay, so we should be able to. So getting the Reaper down there should be able to be all right.
If you need any assistance with getting it on the airship, I'm with you. I'll help you out for a little bit, but then I gotta return. Oh, that's the end of the line, I see. So we better make this snappy because I have to get back to battle.
All right.
Right, Evangeline, have one of your dragoons meet us, so we can at least have some form of coverage on the airship while we make the drop.
All right.
In the meantime, we should be able to still make this work.
Okay. All right. So I'll go run and grab a pretty good pilot.
Oh my
And
God.
she runs off and she just goes around, and yeah, that's pretty much it. As for the rest of you, do you all wanna give this a try?
Yes.
Fuck it, yeah.
All right.
This is probably one of the most stupidest plans I came up with, aside from jumping out of the Crystal Tower.
You do like jumping off of things, don't you?
Yeah.
I did mention that Nyx is a bit of a gremlin, right?
I think I picked it up before you mentioned it, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So,
So
what is it that you
yeah,
guys want
let's
to do
start.
first?
I'm gonna try and load the Reaper onto the Enterprise first off.
All right. So, how do you want to do? You want to push it? Use a forklift? Get inside of it?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna pilot the Reaper to get onto like the main deck of the Enterprise, and depending on how much room there's going to be between Vesta, Franklin, the Dragoon, and Omega over on the deck over on the back of the deck near the steering wheel. If that's looking a little too cramped, I'll probably stay in the Reaper uh, during flight and jump out of it when the well, actually, I gotta stay in it anyway to jump. So
Sure.
I'll probably just get in the Reaper, get it on the deck of the Enterprise, and just stay there until the jump.
All right. And all right. And as you start to, get closer to the oh shit. Okay, no
This is
sneezing.
gonna go well.
As you get closer to the Reaper, Evangeline comes back and she says, "All right, meet Kane. He will be your pilot for." Oh god, here it comes again. Not again. Okay, nope. It just keeps coming and going away. Okay, thank you, sneeze. All right. But yeah, no. She says, "All right, Kane here. He will keep the plane up in the air while you guys do your thing." And will also fend off any sort of attack that comes around. And let me quickly show you all what Kane looks like.
The world shall know pain. Okay.
Yeah, right before Nyx gets in the Reaper, just kind of looks and is like, "Wonderful to meet you. First and foremost, I don't know how much Evangeline has kind of warned you, but expect the unexpected because we're a bunch of crazy people."
I've come
Gets
across
in the Reaper and then just tries to get the Reaper onto the main deck of the Enterprise.
He says, "I've come across my share of crazy people in my life, so this shouldn't be any difference."
He says as this
But yeah, no, this is what
pretty
Kane
much.
looks like.
Oh shit!
He he is like, "All right, whenever you're ready, I can get ready to prepare."
Well, better now than later.
Yeah.
All right. And all right. So who has the Enterprise?
I think I do.
All right. And he says, "I believe you have the Enterprise in your possession. I will require that."
Take out the disc, hand it over to Kane.
Thank you. Meet me outside.
Righto.
And then he walks
Let's do it.
past. All right. So you wanna
Yeah.
turn it on and like get her revving?
Yep. Get in the Reaper, fire that up, and walk it over to meet up with Kane in the Enterprise.
All right. All right. So yeah, you fire the big boy up, and oh crap. Yeah, you fire him up, and you head toward the front of the check-in station. And outside, you see Kane, and he has popped out the Enterprise. And he says, "All right, whenever you're ready."
Just kind of look at everyone from my position at the Reaper, and I go, "Once more."
Seems like that's been recurring theme this journey. Just one more mission.
So.
Well, hopefully by the end of this, we actually can get a chance to get a break.
Telling me.
Well, until then, we got a crystal to protect and a world to unfuck.
Is that a word?
I'm a smart engineer. It's a word now.
All right, well, I'll take your word.
I'll accept that.
Yeah.
Alright, so you start walking with the Reaper.
Yep.
Alright, you start walking. You walk up the little ramp and dink! And then you walk up a little bit more. Dink! And you can see the head of the Reaper kind of starts to kind of tap. Just barely grazing the ceiling. You all can see this too. The Reaper just pretty much just walked into the side of the airship.
Hey, Nix.
Yeah, I know.
Are you still sure about this?
I mean, hold on. I got an idea. I'm going to hop out of the Reaper, and I'm gonna cast Reduce on it.
Yes.
I've been waiting for you to do that for
Can you-
so long. I
Can you
was
do that on an animate object?
I forgot. I'll admit, I actually forgot that was an option for a sec.
It happens.
Because I thought Enlarge Reduce only worked on creatures. I didn't realize it also worked on objects.
I didn't know that either.
I was wondering
Okay.
when one of you guys were gonna actually cast that, because I mean, there's no way that large ass thing. Now, mind you, I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna bring it back up once more for reference. Look at how large this thing is. The
Nick's really went,
Enterprise.
no, it'll fit.
The Enterprise is about half. Okay, take half of the average human and stack that on top of Nyx's height. Well, take half of Nyx's height and stack that on top of him. That would not be able to fit. But when you cast Reduce, you can see the thing starts to and it has shrunk to about it has shrank from its huge size to its medium size. So now it's about as tall as you are.
Right. That should do for a bit. I think.
Try piloting it now, Kane says. Or more like try pushing it in.
Oh yeah. Nyx is going to try and get back at the control system and walk it in on deck.
All right. Yep. You can't really climb into it anymore, but you do see the controls, and you are able to like reach your arm around it and like kind of do the.
Yeah. Nyx is just gonna like lay down on the back on the like back of the Reaper enough to where they can actually get a hold of the controls and just kind of pilot it that way.
So you pilot it while standing up, and it continues to move forward. And you walk it onto the ship, and
then just kind of pop my head back to everyone who's like, got it.
Oh. You crazy son.
What was that?
You crazy son of.
I think I know what he's trying to say.
You crazy son of a.
Alright.
You did it.
Oh, I thought that was Discord.
I was fucking with you. That's.
Oh.
Yeah.
God damn it. But yeah, you all see that it's on the thing now, and Kane looks to you all and says, "All right," and I would assume it's not as hard to get you guys on, and he looks to you both.
What is that supposed to mean?
That's supposed to mean that you all aren't giant fucking robots.
They
No,
can
I-
leave
Omega
right now, out of
just
spite.
just pokes my head back. Omega technically is, but thankfully they can shrink themselves down.
And speaking of which, you don't see Omega.
Oh fuck, we
Oh.
lost the robot dog already.
Hold on, we got the remotes, and then just you. Does the remote have some sort of like? Is it a button system or is it like a voice command remote?
It's more of a voice command remote.
Oh. Just take out the remote and I'm like, Omega, come.
And then you hear nothing at first, and all you hear is just and he comes up and he's like, "What is it that you would need?"
Get on the ship.
Oh, so you have managed to get this on the ship. Nice work.
I told you, I'm a smart-ass engineer.
Took you this long to figure it out. And he scurries. You can see he sped up and he scurried his way up there.
Of course, Midas made him an asshole too.
Wow.
I feel like that was Biggs's. I feel like that was Biggs's idea.
Yeah, that probably was his contribution.
Alright. Everyone's all set.
I'm looking forward to the. And Nick's just kind of under their breath just goes, I'm looking forward to the day where I hire them and become their boss.
Alright. If we haven't, if we're not done frivolizing, I believe we should be getting on.
Yes, let's get going.
Everyone, you guys, you, Vesta, you and Franklin, you both get on?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. And, yeah. He, flies, the ship is now, set to lift off. Wee wee! Broom! You guys are on the airship. Ba-choom, ba-choom! And you guys fly from over here to, around this area. You guys are about right there. And it'll take about, it takes you about a good 40 or so minutes to get there, to that point. And right now you are in the middle of the seas. Alright, and, shortly after you all took off, you saw clouds start to form and a storm, started to appear. And right now you guys are all in the middle of the storm. You can see the waves below you crashing into each other. You can see a little bits of lightning bolts in the distance. But overall, you are good. But as Kane continues to fly onward, sooner rather than later, you see parts of the water. Like you can see waves starting to crash, but then they fall and they go into a certain direction, mostly in front of you, and the water starts to kind of follow as you continue to move forward, and it's sort of like a gradual build-up. And Kane looks at you all and says, "All right then, I believe we're coming up on the whirlpool. Everyone get ready."
All right. This is it.
Alright.
Alright. And he leans the ship in a little closer to the water and says, "Alright, hold on." And he's gonna activate the well, actually no, he doesn't know how to do that. Never mind. So he just continues on at a regular pace. But as he continues to move forward, more waves and more water stuff keeps building up, and you see that the currents are starting to get stronger and stronger, and about 200 feet in front of you, you can see the water starts to dip down, but you all really can't see underneath. You can only see the surface. The water starts to dip down as if it looked like a waterfall. And as you come up on this whirlpool, and at the edge of this waterfall, quote unquote, you see a fucking massive whirlpool in front of you. I actually have a picture to show you all.
Ooh.
It's like the fucking scene from
Kingdom Hearts 3.
God damn it, Discord lag. It's the water planet from Interstellar.
Oh yeah.
I actually don't know that one.
Good movie.
Oh,
It
wait,
really
maybe I
is.
do. I
With
don't
Matthew
know.
McConaughey. Motherfucker.
We'll just say it's a giant fucking
Yeah,
whirlpool.
it's just a giant fucking whirlpool. It looks to be about 1,000 feet across in diameter.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe
shit.
more. But it's very vast. You guys are like this tiny ship in this giant circle. But you are now
BRP.
you are now in this whirlpool. And he says, "All right, so what's the plan of action here? Just get over the center and have you guys drop down?"
Yeah. Take the safest spot you can, and then when you can't get that close to the water, huh? Because it's rough.
Yeah.
Um,
And what do you mean by safest spot? We're in the middle of a whirlpool here.
That's fair. Yeah. Safest spot to hover though. And then when we'll come out and we'll probably link pearl you, and we'll try to find a way to come back up.
Okay. Well, I'll get you guys over that, and I'll say good luck.
All right. Hey, thanks, Ken.
Wait, what'd you call me?
Is your name not Kane?
Kane. Oh, okay. I was making sure you didn't call me another character by the name of Ken.
Oh.
But yeah, he takes you guys further and further. It takes about another 5 minutes or so because this whirlpool is massive, and you fly over the direct center, and you can see this water just built up, and it's just this vortex, and it's like a funnel. You guys can't really see the bottom of it. It's very deep, but yeah. All right, he says, "All right, now it's gonna be a rough ride, so I'd recommend you all, make sure you know what you're doing."
Well, I know at least part of what I'm doing.
That doesn't seem like enough, but okay.
Like I said, we're all fucking crazy.
None of us have any idea what we're ever doing, and that's fine.
I don't even know why they let you in this war. But anyways,
Aside from the fact that we're the heroes of warriors of light.
somehow. Anyways, there's your opening. Good luck.
Thank you.
Franklin, do you want these winged boots?
If you feel comfortable giving them to me, then
You're gonna do better with them than I will. And listen, if I need somebody to catch me, I'd rather it be you.
okay. Yeah, I will
Nick
take
just,
Yeah,
just kind
that's
of turns just like, wait, what?
You're in a giant robot, Nix. How are you gonna catch me?
Just give me the boots, just give me the boots.
With a
Take
giant
the boots.
robot. How else am I gonna catch you?
Okay. Listen, I don't know how precise that thing is.
And more precise than. Screw it. Nick's just takes the Reaper, jumped.
Alright, so yeah, you control. Well, I mean, pretty much at this point, you don't really need the controls. It's about as tall as you, so you can just like grab it and just jump with it in there.
Yeah, grab it, jump, cancel out, reduce, so I can actually get in.
So yeah, you jump down.
Just ride the fucking. And as Nick's jumped, you can just hear them going all the way down.
Alright, who's next? I'd recommend you all go as fast as possible so that you all don't be lost.
All right. Well, Vess, see you down there.
Guess so.
He says, and never let it be said, Franklin didn't live it up a little, and leans back and falls backwards.
Shit, it's my turn, isn't it?
Yep.
Alright, little lady, it's your turn.
I'm just not gonna think about it, and I'm gonna go.
Alright, make sure you take your robot with you.
The what?
Your robot. I
Oh
would
yeah,
assume
none
that-
of us
Oh.
told Omega to jump.
Oh,
Omega, you good at aiming into a whirlpool?
I will do my best.
That's perfect. Let's go.
Alright, so, you jump.
Yep.
Yahoo! You jump into the water like Mario. Alright, you all have jumped through. Alright, so is there any place you you're just aiming at in particular? You just want to like land directly in the middle, or do you want to get on the side so you can have a sort of smoother landing in the middle?
I feel like Nyx would probably go more towards the middle to try and not get as much water damage on the Reaper.
Alright, so, go ahead and, I mean, not really tell her. Alright, roll me a dex check.
Alright, yes, which I normally would do at disadvantage, but, and I keep forgetting I have this, I'm gonna use one of my restored balances so I cancel out my disadvantage from exhaustion.
Alright,
That's an 11.
alright. Let me quickly...
That's not gonna end well.
Oh, shit. Okay, so, alright, yeah. So, you try to aim for the middle, but as you get closer and closer, you can see that your perception was pretty much warped from above when you tried to leap down into, where you are now. So you end up landing on the side and you start whirling your way around. You can feel it kind of just rip-tightening yourself all the way down, all the way around. Now as for...
To which now Nyx is just pretty much going to be screaming, "Shit!" They're going all the way down.
Alright, and as for Franklin! As for Franklin. You're going for the side, middle, what?
I think, let's try going for the side and then riding it into the center.
Alright. So, you, go ahead and roll me a dex check.
You got it, Buster. Where is this? There it is.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you managed to hit exactly where your target was. You managed to pretty much focus on it, take into account the warpy perception that the whirlpool is having, and you have managed to land. Splish sploosh! And yeah, you start getting ripped around just like Nyx was. And as and as for Vesta, what are you and Omega doing? You guys trying to?
Oh god, I have to go for Omega.
Huh?
I forgot I have to deal. Okay, we're both going in the middle.
All right, roll me a dex check.
Oh god.
All right.
That's better than mine.
So you try to aim for the middle, but again your perception is warped by the whirlpool and from your height. You do end up though getting a little closer to where the middle is, more than Nyx did. But considering that you entered at like way after Nyx did, you pretty much land almost next to him. Because Nyx was continuously moving inward, and you sort of land at around that same point because, rolled higher. But as for you, Franklin, you are already in the mid. You are already like, you're pretty much spinning, getting closer around. So you're sort of ahead of everybody, slightly though. But yeah, and Omega, you have. We'll just say you have him in your grasp, or is he jumping on his own accord?
I'll have him as my grasp. I'll be carrying Omega.
All right. So yeah, you jump down with him. And as you all are in this whirlpool, you guys just get ripped, and as you hit the middle, you get faster and faster until you are brought down with tremendous force. You feel like your bones might break due to such forces, but boom, you manage to get into the water, and you all are now completely underwater. Nix and Franklin, you go down first, and you discombobulated a little bit, but soon after, Nix and Vesta go in the water. Go in the water as well. But yeah, you are all underwater, and as soon as you hit the water, your crystals start to glow brightly.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
And you all have a little bit of a speed boost.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
So, you have your crystal, and as the crystal sort of starts to light up, you try to look around, and as you like pedal your way forward, you go faster than what you thought you did. So whoever's looking for the actual temple underwater, make me a perception check.
Oh,
Yeah,
19.
I got one. Wait, what the hell is my... There it is. Unfortunately I'm at disadvantage. 15.
13.
Alright, let me quickly get this downloaded. Oh no, already. Alright. So yeah, let me go ahead and load a little thing here.
And this is where we all die.
Okay, so you all manage to land underwater here, and this is where you end up. I'm not gonna have a grid because it already has a grid there, so yeah, I'll just keep it there. And yeah. Okay, shit, come on. I don't want fog regions, thank you. I don't want fog regions, thank you. There we go. You all see a giant ship, and it leads to a little hole in the middle. You don't look around, and all of you don't really see it as of right now. But Vesta, you managed to point this out before anyone else did. You kind of just like. But as you sort of start to communicate to them, your crystal lights up again, and everyone else, you hear Vesta's voice in your head.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
So go ahead, Vesta, say what you said.
Oh, it's right there. If you can't see it, it's I mean, there's a hole over here.
Are you talking in my head?
Am I? I am. This is
Okay,
weird.
That is very weird.
Nix, you can also hear, everyone else, you can also hear Nix's voice in your heads.
You know, honestly, not the weirdest thing we've encountered, though.
Can you hear all of my thoughts or just what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Think something, I guess.
I'll start thinking really hard about Omega.
All right. No, no one else can hear that.
Oh, thank God.
No, I'm not getting anything.
Nope.
That's relieving.
All
That
right.
is
Well,
definitely useful.
big hole. Swim towards? Question mark.
Big hole swim towards. Period.
You guys continue to swim, yeah, you swim through the hole. You find this dark tunnel, and you are making your way through. And I'm going to quickly roll a thing to see how long you guys have of
Oh
breath.
no.
Oh fuck.
All right. Oh my God! Get the fuck off my screen, render regions. Ah. No, I don't want to build. No, I don't. I don't want that. Why does this keep happening to me? I don't want this. Undo. Nope. Okay. Good. Yeah. No. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't care. We're not gonna be on this screen anyway for long. But you guys go through the little tunnel, and you guys kind of start feeling a little tightness in your throats as you continue to swim. Almost as
Yeah,
if
that makes
your
sense.
breath is starting to run out.
Can I use the weapon system of the Reaper to propel myself faster?
You could,
Oh,
but it
God.
would leave the Reaper behind. Well,
Ah,
it
shit.
depends on how if the Reaper is even successfully able to do that.
That's fair. Shit. Okay. Yeah, no, because that wouldn't necessarily. Yeah, no, I've got nothing to help with water breathing.
Wait, no. As for Franklin, did you want to use your flying boots to propel yourself a little bit more forward?
Oh, yeah. I suppose. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you use those to get yourself a little bit of an edge. Now you can use. I will allow that you can grab onto only one person's arm to bring them along with you as fast, like to go as fast as you.
Okay. Who is? Do I see anyone that's like lagging behind?
Um.
Probably me.
Well, due to okay, well, Vesta, she only has Omega in her arms. As for Nyx would be lagging along back more because he has the Reaper in his arms, and
I have the Reaper.
and that
Yeah,
thing
no,
is
I
pretty
have the
heavy.
Reaper and 2 levels of exhaustion at this point. Okay, random question.
No, you're not at 2 yet.
No, not what I was gonna ask. How heavy is the Reaper?
It's heavy enough for your strength to max out, pretty much. That thing is quite heavy, but you.
No.
What?
Is it over 500 pounds?
No. If that's the
Okay,
case, you
thank
definitely
God.
wouldn't be able to. You definitely wouldn't be able to lift it up. It's
Yeah, no,
around.
because
What?
yeah, what is the actual number? Like,
It's around
give or take.
120 to 130.
Perfect. So, I am going to cast Minor Telekinesis to move the Reaper faster through the water.
So you're gonna use the Reaper as like a sort of surfboard kind of thing, or like a little jet ski sort of thing.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Again, the ability to
Interesting.
move objects through your thoughts when you cast a spell, and as an action on each round for the duration, you can exert your will on one object you can see within range. You can try and move an object that weighs up to 500 pounds. The object must not be worn or carried by a creature. Oh, shit. Wait, no, technically I'm not wearing it. This still works. You can move it up to 30 feet in any direction, but not beyond the range of the spell.
Okay.
So which is basically about 30 feet per turn. This spell lasts for about an hour.
That's actually a quite interesting way of
So-
doing that. Okay. Yeah, you are able, if you cast the telekinesis spell, you can move the Reaper, and that in turn will carry you. But, you know,
Yeah.
So,
No, I'll do that.
alright, so yeah, you do that, and you're moving now just as fast as Franklin is. Because, I mean, you gotta account for, you know, the Reaper's sort of weight in the water, and also the aerodynamism of the actual machine.
Yeah.
It's not very dynamic.
No, I can. No, I'll still take that.
Alright.
You just basically see. You just basically see this thing passing by, and it's just like, wait, what the hell?
I reckon then I'll winged boots, swim, and then carry along this.
Alright. So let me... Alright, so you grab onto Vesta, and you grab onto her arm, and you do end up propelling her. And now you are all going at around the same pace. And just when you think your breath is about to give out, and it's starting to pretty much run out of air completely, you all manage to find the entrance to this thing. And it looks like think of like a giant Greek sort of like castle. Like, not castle, it's giant. Think of the Parthenon, the entrance to the Parthenon.
Yeah.
And it has like a bunch of pillars there. But the middle pillars are kind of cut out, and like you can see that there is a vacuum there.
Make way to that.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, you head towards there, and as you kind of swimming your way there, trying to get your way through, you manage to... And whoever is pretty much... okay, so I'm just going to say you all are on the same height. About 10... We'll just say you're about 15 feet above where the ground is on this. You guys managed to make your way... And you all have arrived inside of the Aquion Temple. And you all take some fall damage.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Here, let me go ahead and, fuck! Oh my god, I don't want this! Get off my screen! I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Okay. Let me go ahead and add you guys token to the place.
Yeah, just kind of turn to everyone and it's like, everyone all right?
I think I'm
bit
good.
damp.
Hey, these boots are sick though, I'm not gonna lie.
Glad they worked for you.
I'm gonna pound a high ether one
Yeah, I think I will consume a potion right off the bat, because I'm half health right now. I'm not good to start a boss fight.
here. Right.
Yeah, I think I'll probably get potion too.
Ah, not bad. Oh, we at full.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright, and as pretty much as you guys are all healing up, in the middle of all of your heals and such, you hear a voice.
Oh no.
This is... Warriors of Light. Welcome. I thought you'd never make it here in one piece.
Takes out Eclipse, points it at him.
Well, you don't see him. You just hear his
He
voice.
will... Shit. Instead, he will shout, your miscalculations will cost you everything.
fiends have fallen, Gomez. The war is close to over. You may as well just give up now.
You think the fiends dying is an inconvenience to me? Oh, silly little girl. You fail to realize that them dying was all a part of my distraction plan to set up this entire operation of me getting the crystal. They were just a minor step in an oh so greater scheme.
Under their breath, Nyx is just gonna be like,
You willingly put them in the line of fire.
I did. And I'll gladly do it again for my mistress.
Where the hell do your morals lie?
I don't give a damn about mortals, you worthless ingrate. All I want is just to please my mistress.
Oh, come on. Don't pretend you don't care about Dad, you don't care about Mom, you don't care about anything.
All just steps in an oh so greater scheme.
You keep repeating that. Remember, the human.
They may have been, but that is of little concern to me. But I've heard of enough of you all. If you can get past here, maybe I'll consider fighting you for the crystal. I could just take it for myself, but what fun would there be in that? We've gotten this far, so let's kick it up a notch. See you soon, warriors of light. And then you just hear silence.
When we see him, engage to kill. Do not. I know what I said about wanting to be the one who did it, but if you get the chance, just do it.
You sure, Franklin?
He doesn't care. I don't care anymore. All I want to do is see him dead.
And with that, we will end our session.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Next episode, you will continue your way through the Aquion Temple, facing on any sort of obstacles that might come your way. But then you will face off against the final... not the Final Fantasy. You will face off against the final enemy, the final crystal holder, Golbez. And then, once that is done, your work will be complete. But that will be next... That will be next time. No, you guys don't get level ups. Y'all didn't even, you all barely even fought anything this episode. You guys fought flies.
I did a cannonball in a giant mech.
Wait, you did a cannonball in a mech? Like, you...
Basically.
You took the mech and you flew out. Well, good night, streamers and creamers!